Black Lives Matter is funded by the White House, ma'am. By Obama, George Soros.
What about the people who are marching for Black Lives
All lives matter. Number one, all lives matter. Okay? God made us all. God made us all lives matter. So if you want to separate yourself and put yourself on a platform about black lives, but what about that yellow man? What about that orange person? What about that purple person? What about them?
The claim of the Black Lives Matter is that African Americans are sort of kind of targeted. They get more killed.
We want them to matter.
Hold on a second. This is what happens in black neighborhoods. It's black on black. It's black on black what kills these young youths in their neighborhoods. The Democratic Party has owned the black neighborhoods for over 60, 70 years. Look at them. And they give you a black president who's a Muslim. He supports radical Islam. From the White House, they the ones who created ISIS. Look at their policies. Look at their policies.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Why is it that every black person I know, every black parent I know, who I live in a neighborhood with, has to give their children a special instruction for what they should do and not do when they go out, so that they don't get stopped by the police?
Right, that's what they should teach them. That's what they're teaching them. But they're not teaching them that. But they're not teaching them that. Let me explain something. The families, you know why?
Yes, they are.
Because a lot of black, but listen. Let me tell you, rap music is designed to bring the black neighborhood down. Let me explain something. If you're walking down the street with your pants hanging down and you're listening to rap, and this rap is giving people the images, sell drugs, be a drug dealer, calling people bitches and hoes, the rap industry contributes to how blacks treat each other.
But what about, let me finish. What about the black men who are dressed nicely, driving in nice cars, and are treated like criminals as if they stole the cars?
Listen.
That has nothing to do with rap music.
But,
that has to do with their lives not mattering as much as other people's lives.
Do you don't think white people get pulled over?
Not as much.
Right, maybe. Yeah, you're right. You might have a point there.
I do have a point.
Most crime is black on black. It's not cops killing.
We're not talking about
it's not cops killing black.
We're not talking about black on black crime.
Right.
We're talking
about Black Lives Matter till you talk about that.
Right.
My man.
You got it.
We're talking about black people not being as safe when they go out, when they're treated by the police, and more.
It's time for the black neighborhoods to start taking care of their own neighborhoods.
One of the problems with the black community is how we're perceived. So look, when we're talking about rap, when you compare it to the statistics, how 40% of violent crimes are committed by young black men. Hold on. It's a perception. It is a perception. When we talk about, you go on the internet and we talk about selling drugs, pimping women, armed trafficking, fraud, and all these things, and people who don't live in black neighborhoods, people who don't live in black neighborhoods, gentry neighborhoods, all they see is what they know online.
White House is
and it is a perception. And when we hear police officers, 40% of the police officers who were killed in the line of duty were killed by young black men. It is only reasonable sometimes, not saying this is bad. Sometimes it is reasonable for a police officer to handle black men with a little bit more caution than it is for a 5'2" Chinese man, for instance. Because statistically they're not committing violent crimes. Statistically, they're not killing cops. Now, for instance, okay, so if a police officer pull over an Arab in Manhattan, right? Let me just put one. Okay, sure. Go ahead.
Most of the mass shootings in this country. When was the last one that was done by a black person?
The Dallas sniper.
I'm talking about mass shootings of innocent people. I'm talking about the police. I'm not saying that was a good thing. So if we have all these mass shootings of people with guns killing children and killing innocent people, why aren't we more suspicious of white folks carrying around guns.
Well, they are. I mean, white people. White people. The thing is, when we're talking about black crime and white crime, we're talking about proportionality, right? No. So here's the thing. Right? So I think it was about 5,000 or 3,000. 5,000. Are you talking about police killings or just white on white violence?
I'm not talking about race. I'm talking about people responsible for mass shootings in this country, which have all been.
Let me ask you a question. How many mass shootings occur as opposed to just killings on the streets of our cities? And what would you say the ratio of, say, a mass shooting to a shooting in a neighborhood?
Okay, well, I can't argue with you
You want to ban
statistics.
the gun?
You're saying you're wanting to focus on these mass shootings and they're not being committed by black people, but you want to ignore everything, all of that, as if it's more important.
I just want a black person walking down the street to be treated the same way as a white person walking down the street.
Have you been African American? Because you seem to know a lot more than these gentlemen about being black.
I live in a community with black and African
So
American
you have
friends.
black friends? I do too.
Okay, but are you going to say that black people can walk down the street safely?
Absolutely.
In my neighborhood,
Depending on what neighborhood,
It
depending on
where
what
you
neighborhood.
live.
And the
It
illegals
depends on where you
across the
live.
street from you.
It depends on where you live.
It just depends.
Right.
So you're going to tell me that women don't hold their purses closer, or you don't lock your door when you're going through a black neighborhood? Do you do that when you're driving through a white
Have you
neighborhood?
seen how I've been carrying my purse out here with 1,000 people I don't know? I'm not as any more concerned around all these people I don't know of all these nationalities than I am anywhere else.
But the thing is,
Lady, I've been walking around and people have been telling me I don't know what I've been talking about all day.
But the point is this: most crime is black on black. It's black on black.
Talking about black on black.
All right.
it is a huge problem.
It's not the cops.
If we could reduce the main point is if we could reduce the amount of black on black crime and violent crime committed by blacks, it will reduce the perception of a threat when it comes down to how people are perceived. Black people are perceived in America.
I really think that Mr. Trump cares about you.
He's hired more black people than probably you have. Hired more Latinos, more Muslims than anybody else has.
But he insults them all the time.
Insults black people or Muslims, women.
Women. He's just he insults anybody who doesn't agree with him.
What about all the money?
Obama's killed more Muslims than Donald Trump has.
We can't have a rational conversation. You know what?
Obama has killed more Muslims than Donald Trump has. Extrajudicially, he has killed more Muslims.
You guys argue that he should be more aggressive.
I didn't argue
He
that.
killed Osama bin Laden.
Well,
He got no credit for that. That was a good thing.
he did. He got the Nobel Peace Prize. That was his credit. And then he ended up going to destroy Syria. And now
He destroyed Syria?
oh yeah, yes, him.
Oh, how did he destroy Syria?
The limited airstrikes that Vladimir Putin told him not to do. China said, hey,
So you like
and
Putin?
I don't. Well, there are things that I do like about Putin. He doesn't like to go and invade countries and destabilize them. One of the things I like about Putin is the fact that he understands that the Western presidents historically, at least from Clinton all the way to Bush, we have been toppling a lot of dictators that are democratically elected. The mullahs, the Muslim Brotherhood that was put into power after the military coup. That was another one that Vladimir Putin warned against, and we did it anyways. And then now this whole invade and invite theory.
Because I don't want to listen to this anymore. But I'm
Okay,
just
well,
going to say, let me just tell you, I will be really glad when you guys are all done and you leave. And Ohio can go ahead and vote against Trump because he's going to lose here. And nobody wins the presidency without winning Ohio.
That's fine.
He will lose here.
Take it easy. Say hi. Hug a black guy for me. Hug a black guy for me.
You want a hug?
Sure, of course.
I'll give
yeah.
you a hug.
There you go. You take huh?
What was the point of that comment?
I just said hug a black guy
But
for me.
why? What were you trying to
Because
communicate?
because it seems like you have this warped perception on how black people are treated.
I know what I hear from people I know who are black.
And I'll tell you
I live in
one
a
of the
neighborhood
most.
that's 70% black, and this is what I hear from my friends.
I did too.
What do your friends say?
Okay, so I lived in Eastside San Jose, which is predominantly black and Mexican. And one of the worst things that happened in Eastside San Jose were the police officers, if you know Mayor Licata, the police officers stopped patrolling the neighborhood in which I lived in.
Yeah, but you didn't answer my question. I asked you specifically what you were implying when you asked me to go hug a black friend. You never answered that.
Because
were you implying I don't understand?
It seems like your compassion can be translated in a different way other than speaking about black problems, which you probably have no idea.
Well, I know what I'm told by people I know. So you may represent, I don't represent all white people, all Jewish people. You don't represent all black people.
Absolutely.
I'm telling you what I hear from the black community in my neighborhood, and it's very different than yours. I don't pretend to speak for the black community, but I don't agree with what you're saying, and it's not what I'm hearing from people I know. So you can have your opinion, but your comment to me to go hug a black person seemed kind of snide and belittling. So that was not nice.
Apology on my behalf. You enjoy your day.
Good job, man. Good job.